Welcome to this video. My name is Frederick, and in this video I'd like to talk about something that you probably don't want to hear, because all you search for and most of the videos that you see and most of the information that you are portrayed to is following the theme along the line with who can work the least amount of hours and make the most amount of money. How can you automate as many tasks as possible? How can you do this in systems? How can you set up that process? How can you do this and that so fast or so quick within a certain very limited time frame so that you can achieve XYZ? And in today's video, I just want to be completely transparent with you and let you know that, of course, systems and processes and automations are perfect when you know what to automate and when you're really good at the thing that you want to automate or hire out or build a system for. So today I want to talk about the unscalable tasks, because if you can master the unscalable tasks, if you can master the basics, then you can have anything in this world, okay? So I want to talk about how throughout my journey, I was pretty naive and I didn't really think that I could just like automate stuff and hire and everything. So I just like always had the mindset without really knowing that I just wanted to over deliver and deliver the best possible thing in the world, because I had such a large imposter syndrome that why the hell did a client just why the hell did a client just transfer me money? I have no formal education. I've maybe been into my business at 6, 7 or 8 months at this point. Like, why the hell is someone paying me money? And the reason to why they were paying me money is because I did the unscalable tasks. So I want to go through this video. I want to go through this topic with you in this video because it's very important. So an unscalable task could be, for example, writing your own content. An unscalable task would be to do a lot of consulting calls with your clients, where a lot of people would say one-on-one coaching or a lot of meetings is bad for your business. But what's going to build you the confidence and give you the results and give you the cases that you're looking for are all hidden in the unscalable work, the work that the client don't pay for. Yes, they paid for some videos or a funnel or some ads or some content, but everything that you'll be delivering outside of that, a lot of people will call that unscalable. Like, why are you delivering stuff that you're not charging for? Why are you doing the one-on-one coaching? Why are you not getting someone else to do it? So it's just so important for me that you understand that you shouldn't be caught up in this race that everyone else is caught up in. Because all of these people just focusing on the next big thing or the next thing to automate or the next way of getting clients fully automated without lifting a finger. Whereas we live in a world now where everything is so easy, right? Because of AI and so many people in this space, it is like so easy. If you want to deliver content, cool. Find a really good videographer, find some editors, put them together, go. If you want to write a landing page, well, then you just build one with an automated AI software that builds your landing page, and then you do a few copyright tweakings, and then it's good. If you want to run ads, for example, it's literally just you going into Meta with the right copy and the right creative, and then Meta at this point has so much data that it will make ads that will outperform any of your little targeting, because it knows a lot more about the customer that we really do. Which means that now everything is so easy to deliver upon the service, but what's going to give you that extra mile is that you do the unscalable tasks, which is that you over-deliver and you go above and beyond for your clients or your coaching clients, your agency service clients, whatever clients that you might have. Because AI or a system will never be able to deliver that personal contact. So if you have a content client, for example, hop on calls with them and guide them in terms of cadence of speech. How do they sit in front of the camera? How do they present themselves? How do they breathe through their stomach so that their voice will sound very nice and clean on their short form content, for example, that you might be delivering them, or the ad that they will record. So it's so important that you just do these things that on paper looks like, why am I even spending time on this? My time isn't worth that. I could have spent that on a sales call. But the only way that you can separate yourself from other coaches or agencies is the fact that you'll go the extra mile, because that is how your client relationships is built. Because what people really pay for is not the service, they pay for the outcome. And by you always being there so personal and so attached and so invested into making the outcome happen, then they'll stick around with you forever. And they can feel it. People can feel when you have good intentions and when you want to genuinely help people reach their goals. So it's so important that you don't get caught up in this automations race, this and that. All you want to do is just master the foundations. And whenever you've mastered something, then you want to hire it out. But I see so many people that start out as a coach, they start out as an agency, and I've coached coaches, for example. That sounded crazy. Coaches. Yes, that's actually a thing if people want to have a coaching business, or maybe they're an agency and want to get into as a coaching business, and they're like, yeah, but I don't want to do one-on-one coaching. Why don't you want to do one-on-one coaching? Well, it's a waste of my time. Well, so right here we already know now that it's a bad fit. They will never become a good coach because the intentions are completely wrong. Because in their mind, it's just like, I just need the easiest and the most reliable and the smoothest way for me to not spend a lot of hours but still make money. So the only way, for example, building a really good agency service or a coaching product is that first you are so invested. You do all the unscalable tasks where you get all the feedback, and then you make the product. So for example, how I built Short Form Society, that in the beginning, my coaching program, is that I did everything myself. So I did the appointment setting, the closing, the coaching, the weekly calls, all deliverables, all content, all emails, all landing pages. We did that. I did that. I was involved in every single aspect of that process, right? So I did all the one-on-one coaching in the beginning with all students, unlimited one-on-one coaching. I had around 10 to 12 calls every single day, a mixture of one-on-one coaching and sales calls. It was the toughest and longest days of my life, but all of that gave me the feedback. So I became really, really good at one-on-one coaching because I did it over and over again. I knew exactly what people were asking, and I knew exactly how to coach these people because it was my own knowledge that I was teaching them. So I realized that I wanted to coach even more, and now I was also doing the appointment setting and closing, which means that now I would just drag myself out of the equation one by one. So I mastered the appointment setting. I knew how to get people on call, hire an appointment setter to teach them the skills. Then I had more times for one-on-one coaching and sales calls. Then hire a closer. So I hired a closer to take the sales calls, taught him everything about the framework and the discovery phase, the sales phase, objection handling, framing, closing, onboarding, everything, while I was just taking one-on-one coaching calls with my students, because now I shouldn't take the sales calls anymore. And then suddenly I've been doing the one-on-one coaching for 6 months. So I took all of the feedback from the 6 months and then I put it into a video course. So I just updated a video course on everything that people was asking about, and then I removed myself from one-on-one coaching and hired a head coach, head of community, to take care of the one-on-one coaching. So I just slowly pulled myself out of the equation. But every time that I pulled myself out of the equation, I didn't go and lay on the couch, you know? So what I did instead of laying on the couch, I just spent my time on doing a more asymmetric task than the thing that I was doing. So yes, one-on-one coaching is not scalable. And of course you have to drag yourself out of it at some point whenever it makes sense, right? So what I did is that I removed myself from one-on-one coaching and then just spent all my time on building the program based on what my head coach was telling me, what my closers were telling me, what the feedback from my content was giving me. And that is why we built 3 program versions in literally just 1 year. And it's a lot. It takes a lot of time, but that's just how you build great things. Just like an agency service, right? When you deliver the service, you're involved in every aspect to learn every aspect. It's very unscalable, but you do it because you learn it. And then when you've learned and mastered it, you hire it. And you hire it either, if it's a one-time thing, you find a freelancer. If it's a reoccurring thing, you find an in-house employee. And if it's something that can be done by a software, you of course invest into a software. So that is really just it. Of doing the unscalable tasks. I know that you want to automate everything from beginning, but that's not reality, right? You can't just come in and then after 4 or 5 months you just run your business on autopilot. I know that people tell you that it's possible, but it isn't. It might be, but what kind of business is that? It's not a business that you're passionate about. It's not a business that you actually want to run. It's not a business that will perform great. Let's be real. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not going to take more of your time. Key takeaway here is do the unscalable tasks. I promise you'll be very happy. Goodbye.